What's up, y'all? I go by the name of Arlo Maverick. I'm a man of many hats who just happens to rap. And today, we're talking about goal setting. Now, one thing that's important for any artist to do at the beginning of any year is to set goals, even prior to the year starting. Set goals in regards to where you want to be and look at the objectives and the plan that you need to create in order to get to these goals. One thing with goal setting is that it allows you to have some foresight into where you want to be, and then you begin to work towards that with a plan and also an initiative and so on and so forth. But today what I wanted to do is look at 5 possible goals that you may want to set for the year. Now, there's tons of goals that an artist may have in regards to where they want to be, but just to give you some ideas in regards to goals that you may want to set if you're not even certain of what goals you should have, here are 5 goals that you may actually want to set out for the year and work towards that. One goal you could set is to meet 3 new people a month. Now, these people should be people who are within your discipline, but also people outside of your discipline. What you're essentially trying to do is create a network of people that can rely on you and you can rely on them. Now, it's important that you meet people within your genre, but also remember that there are people from other genres that you could learn from and other people that you may want to collaborate with, maybe tour with, so on and so forth. But don't limit it or restrict yourself to just working with people within your genre, because at the end of the day, you may want to work with a photographer, you may want to work with a filmmaker, you may want to work with a visual artist. So I think it's very important that you attend, whether it's music festivals, whether it's film festivals, whether it's an art gallery showing that's going on, just for you to be out there, for you to introduce yourself and create genuine relationships with people who hopefully become people that you can reach out to in times where you're like, hey, I'm working on this project and I need a photographer, or I need a painter, or I need whatever it may be. But create those genuine relationships so that you could actually tap into these people when you need it, and when they need favors of you or need you for something, they could also reach out to you. It has to be a mutually beneficial relationship. Another goal you may want to set is to try to book 4 out-of-town shows for the year. If you want to book more than that, then that's cool, but at least a minimum of 4 out-of-town shows per year. The reason why I say that is that a lot of times artists will have a great deal of success within their cities. Now, because you're having a great deal of success within your city, it can go to your head and you could feel like you're a local celebrity and like you're getting all this press, you're doing all these shows, you have people coming out to your shows and they're packed and so on and so forth. But it's very important for you as an artist to start breaking out into other markets that your music may have tested in and it's kind of lukewarm, and you feel like, okay, you know what, if we spend a little more time in that market, we might be able to get it popping, right? So I think it's important for you as an artist to book out-of-town shows in markets that you want to get into, markets that you feel your music will do well in. And don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to fall on your face and go to another city and put on a show where no one is familiar with your music, no one is familiar with you, and they're not really feeling what you're doing, because that's going to force you as an artist to actually step up your game and be a better performer, write better songs, or just work at building that audience and making sure that they're familiar with your music. Another goal you may want to set is to try to read a different book every single month about the industry that you're in, because it's very important for you to read as much as possible so you can make better informed decisions on the choices that you're making, whether it's the choice of assembling the team that you're working with, or better understanding the publishing game, or better understanding the role of a manager. Like, these things become very important, and knowledge is power, but a lot of times we tend to just want to read quick little articles on that have been tweeted, or quick little articles on a blog. Don't get me wrong, those are very important, but at the same time, though, do not neglect the knowledge that can be found in a great book. Lastly, a goal that I think every artist should actually have is to create monthly and weekly to-do lists. I think that as artists, a lot of times we don't create to-do lists, and then all of a sudden we forget things because we try to keep everything in our heads. One of the great things or 2 of the great things I should say with creating monthly or weekly to-do lists is that A, you're not keeping everything in your head because there's a chance you're going to forget that, and B, you're creating a paper trail for you to actually see the work that you've done. So now when you look back and have a monthly review, or a quarterly review, or a yearly review, you can now see the paper trail of what you've actually accomplished throughout the year. When you look at any major corporation or any successful business, they have quarterly reports, they have monthly reports, they have monthly projections, and these things are the things that they hold themselves accountable to in order to get work done. Having a map of how you're going to get somewhere, ends up allowing you to be far more successful, but it also allows you to have a paper trail, so then you can look back and be like, okay, this is what I've done for the year. That's important for you to be able to look back and see that your time is not being wasted. A lot of times artists are like, wow, I'm putting in all this work, but nothing's happening. When you look back at your weekly or monthly to-do list, you can now see that, wow, like I actually did this, I did that. And it's not to say you're going to sit and relish in these major or minor successes, but it's very important for you to see that in order for you to see that you've actually come away. Because if you can see the progress that you made, it allows you to actually hang in there at the times where you feel like, you know what, it's not worth it, I'm not moving ahead, which a lot of artists go through, a lot of people in general go through. If you found this video to be informative, if you found it to be beneficial to you in any way, please like it, please share it, please get this information out there so we can actually continue to educate more people and build a community of educated artists who actually know how to get out there. And if there's suggestions of goals that you feel I could have included, and again, I wasn't trying to go over all the goals that could be set, but I was just trying to give a few people some goals to possibly inspire them to think. But if you feel that there's goals that should have been included, then please put them in the comments below. So until the next episode, I guess, peace.